Hey guys, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. It is Tuesday, May 21st. Hope you're holding strong in this new asset class that is cryptocurrencies. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Also smash the like button. Guys, I want to give you a heads up. June 22nd, Bitcoin Benz meetup in Wayne, New Jersey. I will be there. So if you're in the Philadelphia, New Jersey, New York City area and you want to come out, definitely, I would love to meet some of you guys there in person, of course, grab a beer, talk crypto, of course. So I will put the details in the description. You guys can check it out if you can make it. It's going to be a Saturday. So Saturday, June 22nd in Wayne, New Jersey. Now let's take a look at the crypto market here, guys. Bitcoin currently sitting at $8,012, which is a good sign because we're looking for that support level of 8,000 so that we can continue to go upwards to 9, of course, and then to 10. Ethereum currently at just over $259, XRP just over 39 cents. So from a 24-hour perspective, we do see some green here, but around 1 to 2%. There is some sideways movement happening here. So we are certainly in a bull market, and I just hope that we continue the trend upwards. Things have kind of slowed down a bit since the dump that we saw a week and a half ago, but then we saw a pump back up. However, once again, the momentum here has slowed down, but that's okay. I don't want to see a parabolic run up. I want to see slow, steady growth. Parabolic run ups always result in sharp corrections and dumps, guys. So, that's not to say from a micro perspective we can have some strong run-ups that mirror parabolic moves, but slow steady growth will get us there. We build new support levels, higher highs and higher lows. So let's see how things continue to trend. Now we got some interesting news. So Barry Silbert, who's the founder of Digital Currency Group, had some interesting things to say here. So he suggested that the recent rise in Bitcoin's price could be linked to the trade war between China and the United States. And this in an article which quotes him from Fortune magazine. The crypto advocate said Bitcoin is proving itself to be a safe haven for investors at the times of drama in the global economy, and cited other examples where Bitcoin's value rose as traditional stock markets took a tumble. Here's a quote. If you look at over the past 5 years, when Brexit happened, Bitcoin went up. When Grexit happened, Bitcoin went up. So he's trying to make, some sort of correlation there. I believe there is some correlation. I don't think it's entirely on that. I think there's other factors such as the Bitcoin halving, where the scarcity will be increase in a sense of the mining rewards will be reduced, the mining difficulty rate increases, so less Bitcoin will be put out into the market. So Digital Currency Group is also part of Grayscale Investments, which recently launched a campaign of drop gold and urging investors to move from gold to gold 2.0, which is Bitcoin. So very interesting thought there I want to share with you guys, and we've talked a lot about that world politics and economics are going to influence Bitcoin's and crypto's growth and in the growth in the upward trend, right, where the prices go up because fiats continue to devalue and fail in certain countries. Governments are failing, a lot of fighting and so forth, right? So I think crypto is going to be that safe haven. Now, moving ahead, we got some news here from the clown himself, Craig Wright. He has filed copyright claim to the Bitcoin white paper. This guy, man, I'm tired of this guy. He's so annoying. I wish, I don't know, man. This guy annoys me. I don't even know what to say right now. He is so annoying. If you're new to the market, Craig Wright is a fraud who claims to be Satoshi Nakamoto, the founder or creator of Bitcoin. He's the one responsible for a lot of the infighting in the Bitcoin communities behind Bitcoin SV. He continues to lie, go around and make ridiculous statements. So he has made a claim here. Craig Wright insists the U.S. government now recognizes him as the author of the Bitcoin white paper, but he's merely filled out an application form. So he's filled out an application to say, hey, I'm the copyright owner, but he hasn't been given the official statement or approval to say, okay, yes, you are the copyright. But he's using that to once again, inflate and make certain claims. So as you can see, he's just a shady guy, and his name should be Clown Wright, not Craig Wright. Moving ahead, guys, we've been talking about Bitfinex and Tether, and I've said it before, it's a curse to the market because Now, the New York District Attorney is investigating them, Tether and Bitfinex, and it has been released because of court, the court procedures and in the and all the information that's being documented in the case, that Tether had invested some of its reserves into Bitcoin and other assets. So a stable coin, we found out that is only 74% backed, fractionally backed, right? It's not even 100% backed, which is, we were lied to. And of course, they were using it to pump Bitcoin. And that's why, I said in yesterday's video, why the SEC is not going to approve a Bitcoin ETF. Too much manipulation, guys, and they need to clean it up. And I said the big players coming in like Fidelity, TD Ameritrade are not going to stand around and watch this happen. They're probably making calls to all of the officials and regulatory people saying, hey, check this out. You need to go after this. Because guess what? These big players, they have the connections. They have the money. They come from the existing financial world, right? So manipulation exists in every market to a certain degree. But in the crypto, which is the wild, wild west, there's blatant, huge manipulation. So I'm not saying that stock market and real estate market and all these precious metals are not manipulated. They are, but is it as blatant and so crazy as the crypto market? No. So per the document dated May 16, David Miller, an attorney for Tether's associated firm Bitfinex, said that Tether invested a small amount of Tether's reserves into Bitcoin, specifying that prior to April 24th order, Tether actually did invest in instruments beyond cash and cash equivalents, including Bitcoin. They bought Bitcoin. So the truth continues to come out. No matter what they try to do to cover up, it's going to come out. And I'm telling you, the big players are not going to sit by idly and watch this Tether and all these manipulation take place. So it's good. The market's going to get cleaned up, and they're going to look to position this new asset class the same way the stock market's positioned. And on that note, Circle CEO Jeremy Allaire, crypto space needs regulatory certainty. So we need cleanup, but we also need guidance. And that's where the Token Taxonomy Act is sitting in Congress. I'm hoping it gets moved forward and gets passed. That's going to be really great for the crypto industry, especially in the US. But I think he's reiterating something we've been all talking about. We need regulatory clarity. There's a lot of institutions that want to use digital assets, but they can't because there's no certainty. They don't want to take the risk, right, guys? So the cryptocurrency space needs regulatory certainty, and the current definition of cryptocurrency is too broad, said the CEO of crypto finance group Circle in a blog post on May 20th. So I'm not going to go through all the details because it's not necessarily anything new or groundbreaking, but we continue to see people from different backgrounds and different companies in the crypto space calling for regulation. And man, I hope the US, I hope Congress, I hope these guys can move faster because we're going to get left behind here. And there's a lot of capital sitting on the sidelines that want to get into the crypto market, but they can't because without regulatory clarity, then they can't touch it. Now, guys, I got some huge XRP Ripple news here. So on those lines of regulatory clarity, the Europe and the countries in Europe are more pro-crypto, more ahead, even in the Asian markets, ahead of the US from regulatory clarity. Now, some countries still need to finalize a few things, but like you see countries like France and different folks are moving ahead in Europe. So on that note, Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, tweeted the following today. Great to see the ECB, which is the European Central Bank, come out with a clear POV, point of view, on crypto assets. Notably, that XRP is recognized as one of the most important in terms of usage, market cap, and business model diversity. And he retweeted the European Central Bank's tweet here. Occasional paper, crypto assets implications for financial stability, monetary policy, and payments and market infrastructure. So the document goes to talk about crypto, and Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and Ripple XRP are mentioned exclusively. So we've also been seeing Brad Garlinghouse, who was he hanging out with in Europe just recently, guys? The IMF, a ton of central banks. We talked about in yesterday's video, there's big things cooking up here. And I think a lot of people, I'm telling you, a lot of people are going to be surprise. Some are going to be disappointed, but those who are the hodlers of XRP are going to be happy about it. When we see all of this come to fruition with these institutions using XRapid, which leverages XRP, and Ripple with its network of banks and central banks grows, and they start using this asset, there's going to be a lot of Bitcoin maximalists very pissed off. And once again, I own Bitcoin. I'm bullish on Bitcoin, so don't get me wrong. I own Ethereum. I'm bullish on Ethereum, but I also own XRP. I personally diversify. I believe there'll be multiple winners coming out of this market, just as there was in the .com. Google, Amazon, eBay, and many others, right, guys? Take your emotions out of it and look at it from a business logical standpoint. You'll see what I'm saying here. So big things are being built behind for XRP here for the adoption and utility, and it's not, there's no ambiguity here. XRP is mentioned. Like I said, in this document here, they reference Ripple and XRP and Bitcoin and so forth. So and it's mentioned multiple times. Yeah, next to Bitcoin, next to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and Bitcoin Cash are considered the most in terms of usage, market capitalization, or business model, blah, 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 blah. So crypto is on the rise. Central banks are recognizing what's happening, and XRP is in the midst of it, looking to solve a real world issue. And big things are happening. We also saw Ripple, they published the following on their website yesterday, launching a new remittance corridor from Saudi Arabia to India. They are building new corridors here, working with different payment service providers and banks and institutions. And the writing's on the wall here. The facts are in our face. And I'm all about the facts here, guys. And you do what you want to do your own research. But I think many of you hold XRP in your portfolio. You hold Bitcoin, you diversify. I personally diversify as well. And the future is bright for this market. There's so many different things being built, a lot of different solutions. So once again, I'm not against any crypto here. I hold Bitcoin. I believe Bitcoin will be a major winner coming out of the market. A lot of financial instruments being built behind it. Ethereum, I believe, will be the winner in the smart contract battle. It is the most trusted. It has the first mover advantage. It's a lot of different things being built on it. And XRP, like we just covered, so many use cases, and a very huge use case, and solving a real world problem here using that specific digital asset. So guys, what do you think about this news? Leave your thoughts and comments below. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Links in the description. Thank you to my Patreon supporters, and I'll talk to you guys later.